Have you ever looked at real estate investing and thought, man, I know rental properties build wealth, but I don't have $50,000 sitting in my bank account? If that's you, stay with me, because today I'm going to show you how ordinary people like you and me, are buying their first rental property with little or sometimes absolutely no money of their own. And before you roll your eyes, no, I'm not talking about some TikTok guru telling you to manifest $1 million. I'm not talking about risky scams. I'm talking about strategies that investors use every single day. In fact, if I was starting over today with almost no cash, this is exactly how I did buy my first rental property. This also goes out to older folks like me who understand that even the richest people in this world own investment real estate, because they also know, and so do I, that real estate is the way to go. And there is one strategy near the end that almost nobody talks about, but it is probably the easiest for beginners, so don't miss it. Why most people never buy their first rental property? Let me ask you that. Let's start with the biggest lie people believe. They think that the biggest obstacle is money. It is not. The biggest obstacle is believing you need money before you can start. Think about it. People finance cars, businesses borrow money, corporations use leverage, but somehow when it comes to real estate, people believe they need to save for 10 years before buying one house. That is simply not true. Banks finance properties every day. We in the world of real estate call it leverage. Private lenders finance deals, sellers finance deals, partners finance deals. Your job isn't necessarily to have money. Your job is to know where the money is going to come from. That mindset alone changes everything. And here is something most beginners don't realize. Money is everywhere. Good deals are rare. That, my friend, is the crux of the problem. People with money are desperately looking for good opportunities. And that includes me too. If you become the person who finds great deals, money will start chasing you. Yes, we will come back to that later, because it is one of the biggest mindset shifts that changed my investing career. But before I go into the details, I do want to talk about McDonald's. Almost everyone in America and probably over the world have had McDonald's fries, French fries. Even if you're a vegan or a pure vegetarian, you must have enjoyed the French fries. Do you know where the potatoes come from? The potatoes come from farms that are owned by Mr. Bill Gates. Yes, our guy who invented the Windows operating system. He is a real estate investor too. He invests in farms in the Midwest that grows potatoes. These potatoes are then sold to McDonald's. So next time you bite into a French fry, Mr. Gates pockets a nickel. Over here, the point I'm trying to make is that every successful person invests in real estate. If you haven't invested in real estate till now, it is high time. And this video is about investing with hardly any money. So let's get started. Hey everyone, if you don't know me or are new to my channel, my name is Vikram Chopra. I was an investment banker turned broker in the greater Charlotte metropolitan area, where I live and assist other investors reach their financial goals through real estate investing. Strategy 1, house hacking. Let's begin with probably the easiest strategy that is out there. House hacking. This is how thousands of investors accidentally became wealthy. And believe me, if you forget everything else I tell you in this video, do not forget house hacking. Yes, do not forget that. And if you just do house hacking, you will become so wealthy, it'll be beyond your wildest dreams. Here is how it works. Instead of buying a rental, you buy a property to live in, right? Not hard. Everyone does it. Because you're living there, you qualify for owner-occupied financing. That means it dramatically lowers your payments. Sometimes 3%, sometimes 3.5%, sometimes even zero down, depending on the loan program. Now, here is where it gets interesting. Instead of living there alone, rent out the extra bedrooms. Or better yet, buy a duplex. Live in one side, rent the other. Or to spice things up, buy a triplex or a fourplex. The more the merry, and 4 is the upper limit. Your tenants begin paying you mortgage. After 1 year, you move out. Keep it as rental. And what do you do after you move out? You buy another fourplex. Repeat the same process. Think about this. Instead of saving $60,000 for an investment property, you might only need a few $1,000s. And sometimes that money can even come from gift funds. Imagine building a portfolio simply by moving once every year or two. Thousands of investors have done exactly that. But here's a mistake beginners make. They buy a beautiful dream house. Please do not do that. Instead, buy your first property like an investor. Live slightly below your means for 1 year or two. That decision could completely change your financial future. But What if you don't have 3%? Good question. Let's talk about how investors buy properties using someone else's money. Strategy number 2, private money. Private money sounds complicated. It's actually very simple. Let's say your uncle has $200,000 sitting in a savings account earning almost nothing. You find a rental property producing excellent cash flow. Instead of asking the bank, you ask your uncle. He lends you the money, you pay him interest, he earns far more than the bank pays. You build wealth, everyone wins. Notice something important? You didn't ask for a favor, you presented an investment opportunity. There is a huge difference. Successful investors do not ask, "Can you help me please?" They ask, "Would you like to invest with me?" And here's another secret. Private lenders are not just rich relatives. They are doctors, engineers, business owners, retired couples, people with retirement accounts, people who sold businesses. Many of them have money, but no time to find deals. That is where you come in, my investor friends. In your mind, you might have a question, where will I find such a great deal? Lucky for you, I was searching for a deal earlier this morning. Guess what I found? If you don't know Hard Home Store, it is a government website where homes are auctioned. Because the seller is a government employee who doesn't own the home, he doesn't have any skin in the game. If you're the only bidder, he might just give it to you if you're persistent enough. Here's the home. It's right off I-40, which is a major interstate. If I were you, I would bid for $120,000. Let them reject it or counteroffer. I would not go beyond $150,000. And the house qualifies for FHA $100 down eligible. If you don't know what that is, watch my other video on it. Strategy 3, seller financing. This strategy changed countless investing careers. Imagine buying a rental without a bank. Oh my God. Without traditional financing, the seller becomes the bank. Here's an example. An elderly landlord owns 10 rentals. They are tired. They don't want capital gain taxes immediately. They like monthly income. Instead of selling for cash, they finance the purchase. You make monthly payments directly to them. No traditional lender involved. Now, does every seller agree? Absolutely not. But you only need one. And here's something fascinating. Millions of landlords are retiring over the next decade. Many don't want the headaches anymore. Some would rather receive monthly income than a lump sum. That's an enormous opportunity if you know how to ask. Now let's talk about the strategy that almost made me laugh the first time I heard it. Until I realized people were making millions doing it. Oh my God. Strategy 4, BRRRR. Ha! This is a strategy all over YouTube. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. Imagine buying an ugly house, not a destroyed house, just an outdated one. Maybe old carpet, old cabinets, needs paint. You renovate it, its value increases, you rent it out. Then refinance it based on the new value. And the bank gives you a larger loan. You recover most or sometimes all of your original investment. Then you use that money again. One investment, multiple properties. That's why experienced investors love BRRRR. But here's the warning, don't overpay. The profit is made when you buy, not when you renovate. I've had 2 friends who use this strategy intensively. Rocky Mount is a small suburb about 60 miles east of Raleigh. Not very many jobs there, and the people who live there usually commute to Raleigh for work. It is a declining area. They got homes real cheap, fix those themselves, and then recycle the money. You can use BRRRR, but you should be handy and the house should be real cheap. Usually such homes are found in areas that are not as much booming. Strategy 5, partnerships. Here's a question for you. Would you rather own 100% of 0 properties or 50% of 10 properties? Beginners often chase ownership. Experienced investors chase opportunities. One partner has money, another has time, another finds deals, another manages renovations. Together, everyone wins. You don't have to be rich, you have to be valuable. Become the person who solves problems. Money will follow you, my friends. And how do you add value? You add value by finding the deal that everyone wants. That's how you control everything. How do you find such deals though? I already told you one method. Here's the second method. Go to the local courthouse. Tell the guard, hey, I want to see a list of all homes that are delinquent. I visit the county courthouse in uptown Charlotte every month. Believe me, with insurance and taxes and everything else going up so much and wages not keeping up as much, that list of delinquent houses in the courthouse is becoming longer and longer by the week. But you need to follow the 10 golden rules of investing before doing anything. Those you can check them out here. By the way, if you're a beginner or an investor and are looking for guidance on how to get started in real estate investing, feel free to book a 20-minute free phone call with me. Link below in the description. Here is something nobody talks about. Most people focus on raising money. Wrong question. The better question is, how do I become so good in finding deals that investors call me first? Think about it. If you consistently found houses worth $300,000 selling for $220,000, would investors ignore you? Of course not. Finding great deals is a superpower. Learn that skill. Money becomes much easier. That brings me to the next strategy. Strategy number 6. Subject to. This is one of the fastest growing creative financing methods today. Let's say someone has 2.75% mortgage interest rate today. Today's rates are much higher though. Nobody wants to lose that loan of 2.75%. Instead of paying it off, you buy the property subject to the existing mortgage. The original loan stays in place. You make the payments to that guy, to the seller. This doesn't work for every situation. You need proper legal guidance. You need proper contracts. But when done correctly, it can create incredible opportunities. Now, here's the biggest mistake I see beginners make, and it's costing them years. Stop looking for perfect deals. Your first rental doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to work. People spend 12 months analyzing, watching YouTube, listening to podcasts, reading books. Meanwhile, someone else buys 3 rentals in that time. Action beats perfection every time. I didn't know everything when I bought my first rental. Far from it. I made so many mistakes, it's unbelievable. Tenant screening mistakes, repair mistakes, pricing mistakes. But every property taught me something. You can't learn investing without investing. When I bought my first property, it had 1.5 toilets. The single toilet was leaking a little bit of water in the bowl every few minutes. Me, being new, didn't know what to do. So I asked the realtor. The realtor told me, "Oh, don't worry, it's an easy fix. Just have the contractor replace the float ball." And so, as dumb as I am, I agreed. The contractor charged me $100 then. In 2 days, the water started leaking again. The contractor told me his uncle is a good plumber and he can fix it all. In comes the uncle who does something and charges me $200. Now I'm $300 in a hole. And I'm not even sure if this thing is any reliable or not. And yes, 2 weeks later, after the tenant moved in, the toilet was bad again. I don't even remember how much I paid to put in a new toilet. Lesson learned, my friends. From then on, anything that gives me trouble gets replaced, including contractors, plumbers, or bad bosses. How do we find deals with no money? Here is where beginners get stuck. They search Zillow, compete against everyone, overpay. Instead, drive around in neighborhoods, talk to wholesalers, contact tired landlords, mail absentee owners, network with agents, visit local real estate meetups, call me, contact me. Every Tuesday at 8 a.m. we meet up here at a local restaurant near East Charlotte. All kinds of real estate professionals come there. I'm sure there's something similar happening in your town also. Join investor Facebook groups. The better the deal, the easier the financing becomes. Remember that when someone pitches in and claims that he has a house that is under contract for $60,000 less than the market price, almost everyone jumps on him. You want to be that guy. That's why if you're planning to invest money in real estate, go ahead and book that free 20-minute call with me. We can discuss your situation together. Remember, build your investor team. You don't need to know everything. You need relationships. A good lender, a contractor, a real estate attorney, a property manager, an insurance agent, a CPA, me. The right team makes beginners look experienced. The wrong team makes experienced investors fail. Choose carefully. I just told you about the toilet in the first house that I bought. When that thing was leaking water in the bowl, the realtor should have told me to replace that entire thing and not to get the float valve replaced, not pay money to the plumbers to come fix it. I have a rule of thumb now. If there is a problem that has come up in a toilet, an appliance or something that can be replaced, and that thing is more than 5 years old, I don't get it fixed. Nada. No. I go online on Home Depot and Lowe's, buy a new one and have it shipped directly to the site, and they will also install it. They will also haul away the old one. Simple. I can't deal with repeat issues. It consumes more money and it's a serious drag on my time. The biggest mindset shift. People ask, how can I buy a rental with no money? Here's the better question. How can I solve enough problems that money wants to work with me? Money follows competence. Money follows confidence. Money follows opportunities. Become excellent at finding opportunities. The capital comes later. Remember when I said there was one strategy almost nobody discusses? Here it is. Your first deal doesn't have to make you rich. It has to make you believable. That's it. Once you've completed one successful rental, private lenders trust you more. Banks trust you more. Partners trust you more. Sellers trust you more. Momentum begins. The first property is the hardest. The second is easier. The third becomes easier still. Eventually, people start asking you if they can invest with you. That's exactly how portfolios are built. Not overnight, not by getting lucky, one smart decision at a time. That's why if you have questions, doubts, concerns, go ahead and book that free 20-minute call with me. Closings. If you've been waiting because you thought you needed a huge bank account, I hope today's video has changed your perspective. Real estate isn't reserved for the wealthy people. It's often how ordinary people like you and me become wealthy. Learn creative financing, learn how to find deals, build relationships, take action. Because one rental property can change your finances forever. 2 can change your lifestyle. 10 can change your family's future. I did love to hear from you. Which strategy surprised you the most? House hacking, private money, seller financing, BRRRR, subject to or partnerships? Leave a comment below. I read every single one of those. If this video helped you, hit the like button, subscribe. Because every week I break down practical real estate investing strategies that actually work in today's market. And remember, the goal isn't to own one rental. The goal is to build financial freedom, one property at a time. And if you end up narrowing down a town that is out of state, then don't forget to watch my next video on how to vet out of state investment properties. So until next time, this is Vikram signing off. Good luck, goodbye, and go earn your freedom even if you have no money. I'll see you in the next video.